It must be sitting flat on the chassis somehow though, because it sits flat all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's nice, you know, it's nice and square and everything.
Beautiful Sunday. Sun is shining. Picking up my 34 Ford with the nice wheels from GCM Racing. Check out those wheels. If you have a lot of different ways you want to customize your truck, those wheels are the one actually to use. So let's head down to Armprior and see Chris at GCM Racing. So this is how Chris takes his pictures of his scale garage.
You want to see my picture?
Cool.
You have to have a friggin' awesome hot rod to make that work out.
It turned out pretty good.
That's a really cool truck, man. Really cool truck.
And the bed is all finished also.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Turned out good. I just got to work on the interior and then I'm done.
Get on it.
Herbie's visiting the garage.
It looks like he's sick.
He's getting a tire swap. Got to put it in the center.
Time for hot rodding.
Yeah.
Did we buy this at Walmart?
Kmart. No.
Yeah, you would. No, like maybe Target.
No, I bought this actually at 110 Hobbies.
Oh.
So I was at 110 Hobbies and they had this body. At 110 Hobbies, they have a row of bodies on the top of his store. Old bodies, new bodies, and so on. So I saw that. It was just peaking and I just said, I want that body. It was already pre-painted.
Like this?
Like that, yeah. So it was already black with the red flames, and I said, I gotta have it. The only thing it did not have is the bed wasn't sunk in like it is now, and I did that, and I actually did the wood bottom. But I am going to tint that red, the wood, so it actually matches a little bit with the flames.
That's pretty cool.
So it's going to be a dark cherry red for the flames. And it did not have the light bar in front. I actually did the light bar. And the way it was kind of tricky, and I do have a screw going into the plastic. And the way I did that is using Bond ink. So I've been using that a lot lately on the build. Yeah. And these are actually black. So I've used a Molotov pen. It's a paint pen.
Chrome pen.
Yeah. So
like you get that at the craft store, like Michael's, or
actually, Great Hobbies sell them also.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. We have to back up a bit. Because some people on the GCM channel probably don't know who you are. We skipped like all the introductions and we're just like all about the hot rod. So
my name is François Simard. They call me the Tank. So therefore the Tank RC is my YouTube channel and my Facebook channel.
Check for the link in the video description so you can find out more about this fantastic thing.
Yeah, and I will be doing some not a build series of this truck, kind of. It's going to be more running and it's finished. And I did take pictures as I was building it because I didn't know how it was going to evolve.
Yeah.
I saw the chassis there and I saw the truck and I said, I have to do it. And my Instagram not blew up, but I took a TT01 chassis with a jigsaw and I actually cut it right in half. And you saw the whole chassis flip and everybody's saying, are you nuts? What are you doing? So the main reason is I had to extend the chassis because I wanted the wheel to be in the center, but I also wanted the wheels to be as far up as possible on this truck. The problem is the front of the hood is in a lot.
I know, it's a hot rod problem, and the old Jeeps have the same problem, and Series 1 Defenders. There's a bunch of trucks like this that are sort of more old school, that have the nose behind the bumper, like way back, and it's, for RC guys, I mean, I'm used to putting a servo right there. Yeah. So it's hard to find space for everything after that.
Yeah. And this is where the bumper, actually foam bumper goes. It usually sticks out a little bit on the TT01. But I actually took it off, but I did not cut it. And it actually matches with the truck.
Yeah, it's pretty much perfect now.
Yeah, I find it's pretty much neat. Yeah. And I had a vision when I saw this, is bigger tires at the back, smaller in the front. And when you came out with your rims, I said, I have to have this, especially the open one without the insert. It just gives it a hot rod deep dish look that I really wanted to see. Yeah. And because it is stretched now, I did lose my front wheel drive, but I don't care because in 1934 they didn't have 4x4.
Probably not, eh?
It's rear wheel drive. So this is going to be my first, theoretically, rear wheel drive drifter. Yeah. And that's why when you said, I can print a 3D insert for the wheels. Yeah. So I said, why not? So it is hard plastic, but I don't care. It's for drifting. I don't have the drifting radius that a real drifter will give me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's still gonna slide. It's still gonna be fun to.
There's no grip on these at all. Yeah. So I just whipped up a wheel design, like a tire, and it replaces the beadlock insert in our blank wheels, and so you actually just beadlock the wheel together right on the ABS rim or a tire, and it actually turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them.
Cool. No, you did a good job. And the rear tire is so much taller.
Yeah, it is way bigger.
And also fatter.
Way wider.
So I wanted to be as wide as possible to make it look like that hot rod look. Yeah. So on videos, that's going to be really cool. I did put tail lights at the back in the box. I was debating what type, so I decided with these. Yeah. It was probably going to be a can on the fender or at the back. But when I saw those, I said, those are going to be perfect in there.
Yeah, well, that's what they used to do. They used to put a valance on the back. They take the bumper off and put a valance on it with the lights molded in, you know? Yeah.
And the front one, I decided to go with yellow. So there is a white light there, but I wanted to look older, so I went with the yellow insert for the light.
That's really cool.
And it turned out real good.
Yeah, I like it. Take the body off there. We'll have a look at all the other stuff.
So take off the body, you just lift the back, and then the front comes off. Because I do have one magnet in the front and one magnet right here.
Two magnets.
Two magnets holding it. And it's really cool because to put it back on, you just put the front, and it's strong enough. And this is heavy right now. With the beadlock wheels, it's a heavy truck, and everything stays there. So just two magnets holds it, and very easy to take off.
Crazy.
And real quick, I did not glue this back here, but this was cool to do the back because I actually dropped it because I had room. I used laminate for when you do edging on the shelves. So this is a real wood laminate, very thin.
Oh yeah.
That has the glue on it, and you use an iron to put it back onto your shelf. And I use this is the silver duct tape that you buy for ducks.
Yeah.
And I decided to put that in between. So it turned out wonderful for the back deck. It's just like a real truck. It's give you that silver and finish on it. So that I'm happy how that turned out.
That's really nice. And then this is the cut.
Yeah, that's a TT01. I only had to stretch it about 1/2 inch. But if you show it on the bottom, this is a metal plate that I actually put on the chassis that holds everything. Yep. So it's actually screwed 4 screws here, 4 screws for the back, 4 screws for the front, and everything is nice and solid now.
That's clean, eh?
Yeah.
It's clean.
And that's the cut I did there, 1/2 inch. But I also had to move the shock because at the back, you see how the shocks are. They're on this side. Front on the TT01 is basically the same thing. But because the front is the nose is so in, I had to get rid of those front shocks.
Because they were sticking out this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because of the linkage of the steering, I couldn't put them behind. So I had to come up with a different idea. So there was this 1/24th scale buggy that somebody gave me, had metal shocks into it, and they fit perfectly in the A-arms.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And because I don't have a dry shaft there anymore, I don't need to... I decided to put those shocks in the center.
That was a good idea. Really good idea. And then you told me you had to move the steering servo too, eh?
Yes, I had to move the steering servo almost 1 inch back because everything is so tapered on this truck. Yeah. Like starting from here, it actually tapers in.
Yeah.
So I had to cut the whole tub of the TT01 to make this chassis fit. Yeah, I could have put it like flush here on the TT01 and not cut anything, but I wanted to sit lower. I wanted to bring that truck, bring it low. So I do have a light kit into here right now. It's there, so that's what the wires are sticking out from. I will be moving this light kit underneath the box, which I have room, because Chris printed me a seat. So I will be doing an interior. I will be doing a dome light. Chris was saying I should go with a blue dome light, but I'm debating. I'm thinking I'm going to stay with the red themes, red at the back there, and put a little red light on top. And then the interior is going to glow red.
I like that idea.
So that's going to be real cool and interesting. So servo had to move back, and I also not only had to move back, but I also had to flip it, because the horn was right here on this side.
Yeah.
And every time I turned that way, it was hitting the side of this where it was tapered. So I had to flip everything. So I had to move it back, flip everything, and finally everything worked. So
basically what you're saying is you can do anything.
Yeah. You put your mind to it, you can do anything and build, just be creative. And that's what I wanted to do with this, is just make something different. That's what I like about this hobby, is just...
I love that. Yeah, that's amazing. This is 100% one of a kind right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that is amazing. And so the chassis is a TT01.
TT01.
Made into two-wheel drive.
Yeah.
And then ABS drift tires. And who makes the body? Proline maybe? Or
no, this was, Parma? Parma. It's a Parma 34 Ford truck.
Yeah.
But they don't make it anymore. You can find them on eBay. They're about $40, but they're getting rarer and rarer to get.
Yeah. Yeah.
And funny thing is, this right now looks a lot like that Traxxas Snap-on tool truck that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
The hot rod. It's about the same year and all that. The flames are different and all that, but a lot of people were telling me, "Oh, you got one of those Traxxas one." I go, "Nope, this is completely different. This is different." But like when you're looking at it right now without the body, and you see how wide the rear are, it's just amazing.
These are huge. They look awesome.
Yeah. And originally, I had the man truck tires on here. This is what I originally wanted on this truck.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to look like a truck. But when you look at these tires, especially at the rear, like the different size. In the front, they're pretty much the same height, which is nice. But then when I saw Chris with his rims, I said, I got to have these. Even though they were 1.9, you were going, oh, those are wide rims, or they're big.
This is genius, though, with the big tire in the back.
And that's what these measurements, I took this. This is a 1.7 semi-truck wheel.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the one I had at the back for doing a mock-up. So when I was doing my mock-up, I was using this wheel and the rear one.
Yeah.
But I knew I was going to go wider. So by printing it and making it wider, it just turned out perfectly.
We could do a drift semi now.
Yeah.
Hey, the tire's the same size. We could do a drift semi.
Do it.
That'd be crazy.
Put that on your big truck.
Yeah.
And do a drift semi.
I'll have to send some of those to David Krieger for his... He overpowered his semi-truck like way too much.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, it's great.
But I was at 110 Hobbies, and he had this setup. Yeah. It was almost ready to run. The only thing missing on here was the receiver. The servo was in it, the motor was in it, and the tires were on it. It actually had a man truck, an old man truck on it, and I told him I don't want that body, I want this one.
Yeah.
So I bought this and that, and it evolved from there.
That's for sure. Yeah. It's nice that you had some spare stuff around, like these rims and tires that you could try, so you could kind of get a feel for what would look good, eh?
Yeah.
I like that too. I do that a lot. I go and raid the bins there and see if I can find something else that's the right size, because I need to see it in my eye.
Yeah.
You know, if I have a picture, I'm not sure.
Well, especially to fit on this body. This body is so strange, because when you put it on the ground and you measure from here to the ground, and from here, there's almost 3/4 of an inch. This is way taller at the back.
It is, yeah. I wonder what
crazy.
that thing was actually made for, you know, like originally?
Originally, it was made for a crawler, an SEX10, a crawler, and your short wheelbase. This is what it was for. This body was for a crawler. That's why the wheel at the back is so big. So when it actually extends, it could actually go in.
Oh, I see now.
And then you could actually put your front wheel big at the back, at the front also. So this was actually a body for crawlers.
Wow. And then this has only 2 magnets on it. Can you believe that?
Yeah. Drop the front, and because it's a hollow magnet, it auto centers. So.
Friggin' awesome. That's stellar right there. I mean, what a great look for a truck right there.
Yep.
Really nice job.
It's one of a kind. That's what I love about it. I haven't seen. There's a lot of nice hot rod truck that people do.
Oh yeah.
And this one, I like it. I'm debating of chroming the front bumper or doing something different. I don't know yet for the front, or just leaving it that way. So it's. I want a little bit more chrome on it. That's why I did the box. That's going to be different. The rear has no chrome, but when the lights are on, it's really nice. It just gives it some bling bling. Good
job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you brought it over. It's actually been here for a couple of weeks. I was trying to figure out the tire geometry here so it would clear the Lexan fender.
Yeah.
And I think we finally got it now. It's pretty much rub free now, so that's good.
Cool. I can go 4x4 with it now? On the trails?
Traction problems.
Yeah.
For sure, traction problems.
Gonna be a very short video. Put the truck on the trail, go, and it just sits there.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
The end.
The end, yeah. You need to do that. We'll paste it on the end of this video. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you.
We'll see you.
There we go. And I even got some mood lighting in there. Ooh. Underdash glow. There we go. We're getting ready to hit the road and go back home to the tank RC.